for me to do that, I had to be in this energy of like celebratory energy, and that's something, like, I've always had the celebratory energy, you know what I'm saying? And people will fight you with the celebratory energy, because sometimes that's just your rock, you know what I mean? But you got to know your threshold for pain, and you got to implement, like, if you don't like the way something feels, like I'm talking about, like, you really don't like the way something feels, you don't want to do it to somebody else. And that's the honest truth. Like, if you really know how something feels, you don't want to do it to somebody else, because the thing about it is you glorify yourself by not being mean or countering that energy, whether they give you the credit or not. You understand what I'm saying? So whether an individual realizes at that time that they did me dirty, yeah, it's like, right now I want to see this motherfucker get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But like, even the developing aspect of, being patient, that takes time. You have to develop that. You have to develop self-focus, because a lot of people, they don't understand self-focus. You know what I'm saying? And like, people will always try to get you off your square. Like right now, people, they want to intercept, because there's intimacy. You know what I'm saying? People will be jealous of intimacy, even if it's on a female level, and I'm just spitting game. You get what I'm saying? Knowledge is power, even if it's spiritual knowledge. You understand what I mean? So like, you gotta, people don't digest their loss. They don't feel the hole in their belly. You get what I'm saying? In regards to the loss, in regards to how an individual or a situation filled you up. They don't have an appreciation for the dry place. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be real with you, right? I have conversations with God. I communicate with the Hierophant, you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm like, constantly there's always this nudge, like, don't you forget now. Don't you ever forget where you're at, because when I lift you up, you better speak accordingly. You better be respectful. Every day you better say grace. You better thank God, because the fall can be that hard. If you think the fall is hard now, it's a lot harder when it's way up there. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like, time can be your friend, and we live in a world where people use time as your enemy a lot. People have used time as a weapon with me. You know what I'm saying? They've used it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Did it hurt my feelings? Here's the thing. Yes and no, because it was never a factor for me, because I always felt comfortable with myself in the presence of God. And I always felt my accomplishments were affirmation. Do you understand? My accomplishments were my affirmations. And people go to all these other websites and they need other people's affirmations so that they can feel good about themselves. No, homie, I make my own affirmations with my own accomplishments. So it was kind of weird to me, because people were being crude and cruel in regards to my accomplishments, because they wanted to deduce my accomplishments. You understand what I'm saying? So, when it comes to time, yes, I understand, the biological clock, but we all came on here on different clocks, and I started on a different clock when I came even into the US. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that my dad turned it back, twice, because I started school when I was 20. I was pissed when he was turning it in my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, that man was turning it in my motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad about that. I don't think my hubby will be mad about it either. You understand? So, your concept of time, one's appreciation or lack of, is contingent on you and that person's energy and whomever you come in contact with. You know what I'm saying? If they can't appreciate like how you utilize your time, what you can do in your time, then that's problematic. Because you only get like one chance. You know what I'm saying? You only get one life, in regards to this physical realm. And it, sands in the hourglass. You know what I'm saying? So are the days of our lives. It's like a soap opera. You know what I'm saying? But I think when you go through hardship, you know what I'm saying? You can go through spiritual hardship because you can go through a dry season. So I know what it's like to have dry Christmases. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to have dry Valentine's Day, dry birthdays. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like. And that's why I'm even careful what I pray about. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very particular about my prayer, because I want God. See, God already knows about my dry places. You understand what I'm saying? He already knows I'm chaffed here, But my prayer is a demonstration to him that I'm learning. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's a demonstration to him that I am appreciative despite the chaffed places that I'm chaffing. You know what I mean? And so the little moisturization that he provides me, I'm happy about it. You understand what I'm saying? So, when God pulls me from a place that's no longer dry, and then I get a little bit of, oh shit, look at that, there's a little green grass popping out, I'm so happy. You know what I'm saying? The whole lawn ain't done yet. You know what I'm saying? But I got the little green out. You know what I'm saying? The one petal to the clover is popping out. I'm like, okay, the stunt is coming. The stunt is coming. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy because that's all I needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I needed was that little green one. I'm still waiting for the other parts of the clover. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I needed. And that's what I pray for. You understand what I'm saying? You just want to know that you can still grow. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes just that little sprout, you can cry over that for years. You know what I'm saying? You can cry over that for years. Delayed gratification is great because, like, here's the thing. Like, I felt like I was stuck, beloved in the building. I felt like I was stuck because with my father passing, kids, got married and all that stuff. But, you know, in all honesty, you know what I'm saying? I respect my classmates, you know what I'm saying? But, and I, you know, I think they made some great strides and achievements, but I'm not behind them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily on par with them. You know, I am in front of them because it's a slingshot. You know what I'm saying? It's a slingshot. It's divine design that I end up being in the front, starting from the back, because I had to accumulate experience in regards to being a teacher. You know what I'm saying? A student of life. You know what I mean? So, you know, and it's not even to degrade their accomplishments, because it was almost like, okay, that's what they're doing. I see you. See, that's the thing. Like, I do this even with my own people. You understand what I'm saying? I do this with my own people. We check for each other. Now, some people can be low vibrational about it. You know what I'm saying? And some people can be high vibrational about it. You know what I mean? But you'll know who to link up with in regards to, you know, checking up on them. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, because there is a measurement of your peers. You know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's natural. You know what I mean? But don't push the river, especially if you know what it feels like to drown in your own tears. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing's worse than creating your own pool that you drown in. You understand what I mean? So, you know, you really gotta know your threshold. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're numb, that's not good. You know, and don't apologize for your threshold. You know what I mean? Don't apologize. Don't think time is running out. You know, self-love is a very powerful beauty tool. It's a very